The only problem when you create something is you then have to start feeding it. By the way, do you see my sweet Bigfoot t-shirt? That's from the Monster Mart in Falk, Arkansas, home of the legend of Boggy Creek. But I created a monster 5 years ago with this video I made about why I am only using one Bible for the whole year. And to be incredibly honest, that video really is what made me start thinking about doing YouTube. And for the couple of years I was hyperactive on YouTube, it seems like so many of my videos were about my Bible note-taking method and around this idea of just using one Bible a year. So this is going to be part one of a two-part video about what Bible I'm using here in 2024. But first, it's confession time. So confession time really is starting with this. This was the Bible that I said I was going to use in 2023. And the only problem was after 2 or 3 months, I kind of quit using that Bible. You might remember an earlier video where I talked about being in a spiritual funk, and I talked about the whole processes of spiritual funks. And you know, I did use this Bible for like the first, 2 or 3 months of 2023. I was doing Jason Mayfield's Tear Up the Bible program, and you can tell, like, it actually got, there's some stuff in there. There's some usage. I look back at the Gospels. I did a lot of Gospel reading. I did the whole New Testament read in this Bible. I look at my dates. I talked about how with this Bible, I was a little frustrated with about, it didn't have pages in the back of it, which I love from the Cambridge Wide Margin series. I still need more light, I feel like, y'all. Let's go this up. Oh, that's too much light. Not enough light. Just right. But I like this. This Bible has really sweet wide margins. I'm looking through it right now. There's an outline of what I call the hamburger of chaos. This is how I talk about ancient Near Eastern cosmology when I work with folks. But I look through it and like this was a good solid Bible. But guys, I don't think I ever really clicked with this. And I couldn't come up with a good reason for why I did not click with it. And it might have just been the funk that I was in, because I'm looking through this. I did some good work in this Bible, but as I began to think through it, sometime in about April, I realized I wanted to do something different. But I realized that what I really missed was the turkey buzzard. And so I ordered another Cambridge Wide Margin Insights NIV Bible. I started, dropping the stickers on it. Not as many as I had in previous years, because I realized this was the Bible that I liked. This was the Bible that I was used to. This is the Bible that, if I look back, I've spent the last 9 months in, and it was awesome. It was incredible. In a lot of ways, the Cambridge Wide Margin hardback really is the Bible for me. And what I want to show you is this. You might be asking, what Bible am I going to use next year? And then also, Chad, what is part 2 of this video going to look like? This is my Bible that I'm going to use next year. Let's drum roll it. Ordered it. It's inside of here. You might be saying, Chad, did you go back to the ESV? You might be saying, Chad, did you decide to get rid of your hardback bias that you have and want to jump into one of the premium edition Cambridge Wide Margins, which are kind of pricey? Chad, did you give up on the NIV? Whatever all that is. What Bible are you using next year? And friends, this is what I'm using next year. I have decided that it's just the turkey buzzard for me. I don't want to horse around anymore with, trying to find this perfect vision. I've got older Cambridge Wide Margins. I've got a Cambridge Wide Margin in New Revised Standard back there on the shelf. It's pretty baller. You can still find those on the used market. It's hardback. It's that cool tan color. Showed that in a video last year. I gave my mom an old school NIV Cambridge Wide Margin hardback that's in red. It's really, really cool. You can still find those on the used market. But this is just it for me, y'all. It's simplicity. It's what I know. I know where things are. And there's all sorts of things and reasons of why I like this Bible so much. And that's what I'm going to share in part 2, where I go through why it's the Cambridge Wide Margin hardback for me. And I'm going to also walk through what I have learned in 5 years of just using one Bible a year. And we're going to kind of do a little bit of a walkthrough through 5 years or 4 years worth of Bibles and what I'm kind of hoping to see in year 5. That'll be back in the next video later on down. Maybe, might be in the new year, might be at the very end of this year, but we'll come back and we'll have that conversation later. So as always, like to hang out in the comments, drop stuff, questions, whatever you might have, and we will hang out together there. Until then, I'm Chad Brooks. I make videos about the Bible, about ministry, and the everyday life of a pastor. And I'm always stoked to see you here on YouTube.